What is up? What is up? I hope you guys are having a marvelous Saturday. I have gotten so much done on this Polybius game. Let's go ahead and start it. We're going to start it from the beginning like we did last time. And then we'll go through it, and then I'll show you guys the new added content that I added. So, last time I actually had you guys watch the video without me talking. And the reason why was so I could see if it was actually scary. So I hope you guys are actually enjoying this game, and I'm actually working on this more than I'm actually working on a Sonic game right now, because I actually really am enjoying this game. I saw this game called, what was it called? I found some weird tapes in the attic on the Dreamverse of this game, Dreams, and pretty much I was actually inspired by that person's concept, and I've added that into this game in a way that makes some pretty cool, unique gameplay elements. So, once we get to the next part of this game, I will show you guys what I mean. And you guys may, well, I mean, I think you guys will be impressed with it. It's actually really, really cool how it came out. It's sort of like, actually, I don't know. I like making games that are more unique, if that makes sense. So I don't know if there's actually a game like this, the one that I'm creating, which is really interesting in my opinion. So right here, your character is actually being, like, I guess the best word would be like taken. He's being taken. And I don't want to give too much away, but I will say this. He's actually inside of like a spaceship of some sort right now whenever he gets taken. I'm using a lot of symbolism here. This may or may not change, and like I said, this part's gonna have more backstory whenever I get enough time to actually add it. Right now I've been working more on the gameplay and how to make this as scary as possible from your guys' perspective. And I've been watching a lot of review channels. Like I watch Angry Joe, which is really funny. He's really funny. So it's really it makes it fun making games, watching YouTube channels like that. So here we are, we're back. You can notice a lot of changes to the UI setup that I have here, and you can notice the changes that I have in here also. I decided to change a lot of that because everything was looking the same. I had actually designed this part of the level off of a movie, and that's where I got the idea of how this is all set up, how you're walking through the channels within, you know, within the spaceship or UFO. Now here's some new content. So, I'm gonna let you guys see this. This part I still need to fix up a little. So the Polybius game was actually, this actually somehow all ties together neatly, because the Polybius game was talking about how people were, I guess, seeing things. So this is actually really interesting, and it ties into the concept of Polybius. Right here you see your first enemy. This enemy you can only see whenever the tape is activated, and whenever you hurt him enough. And again, I haven't added, you know, some of the things to it. Don't let them get too close. So it's real. This like the reason he's a human is because I was looking up and it said like sometimes games get way too invested in making things too scary to where they forget that real life can be even more scary. I don't know, like to me that's pretty creepy right there. It's like Michael Myers. I was thinking about making him an android, but I also like it like this. So tell me if you guys think I should make it an android, but I kind of like him like, you know, with the human characteristics. Now, I'm taking also some things from Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 said that they wanted their monsters to feel more, what's the word for it? To feel like it's an experience, if that makes sense. So with that being said, and because I watched like Angry Joe and he says like a lot of the time, okay, wait. So as you can see right here, you can actually edit the footage, this is how you'll kill some of the enemies. And I haven't added that in there. What it's gonna do is make an animation start. Again, it's kind of like the Tyrant too from Resident Evil. Now what was I talking before that? I was talking something. Oh yeah, Resident Evil, they wanted to make everything an experience in Resident Evil 7. And I think what they were saying, like Angry Joe was saying, that sometimes first-person shooters are just, whenever things get harder, they'll just add a whole bunch of enemies that are overpowered, and it's not balanced at all. And I think what Resident Evil 7 was trying, what they meant by that, with an experience and one-on-one encounters with enemies, was that they were going to make it more balanced and more memorable. Because I really do remember the enemies in that game. However, that game did have one flaw. It didn't... Like, it wasn't like a game that had a lot of replay value, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't able to play Resident Evil 7 over and over and over again. Well, I was because I was streaming it, but... Not like how I could play... let's say Fortnite over and over again. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. This is the introduction to Polybius story mode. And right here you can edit the footage. Probably gonna have to tweak that a little bit. And he stands back up. So whenever he's in that animation where he's like, you know, been hurt enough, that's when you'll be able to edit the footage. I'm gonna have to do some tweaks to that logic, but other than that, he shouldn't follow you outside of here. I might make it to where once you get that tape there, you can like see more enemies that were in original spots. Also, I was looking up some things about what makes a game scary, and pretty much it was saying things like, it was saying some pretty unique things, but it was saying things like, you know, how games try too hard, and it was saying some other things too that I can't quite remember off the top of my head. There's one more interesting thing that I wanted to follow on. Oh yeah, I was saying like usually whenever you play a game that you're like, there's nothing to really be afraid of because whenever you die, you just die. So I was gonna make it to where whenever you die, like that's it. It restarts you from the beginning. Sort of like an arcade game. So I might actually add lives to this game, if that makes sense, to add to that. And I might add some arcade elements to where you might be able to gain lives. That way it's actually like an arcade game like Polybius was supposed to be. What else? What else? What else? There's one other thing that I wanted to follow. I know it said, like, usually you have to... Oh, yeah, it said something about... I guess the scary games aren't interesting enough. And how, like, you're just, like, you're not really looking for things. You're just running past things to stay alive. Well, with this game, it's a little bit different. Because I feel like if you, since we have the tape here... That'll give you more incentive to actually search things out and see things. And see the sights that the game has to give you. So I'm also doing that also, and there's also going to be notes like this. I think that's also why scary games have notes and stuff on the wall. So I'm going to add like stuff like that. Not everything you see with the tape is going to kill you, as you saw with that one thing. Sometimes it's going to be found footage, which is really interesting. To me, I really like that concept, so... And you might be able to gain more abilities with the tape other than editing footage. But I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying that concept in the game. So this is Polybius so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I'm going to try to make it follow the story that is documented of Polybius' online experience as much as possible. So, here we are. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you're new. Stay subscribed if you want to. All that great stuff. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Tell me if this is scary, because to me that's scary. Like, it was gonna be like a monster, but then like I was like, yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. So here we are, guys. Here we are. Oh man, he got me. So I'm gonna have to add. So I haven't added, like, you know, him hurting you, because like I don't want that added while I'm trying to make the game, if that makes sense. But... All right, peace out, guys.